Aussie Villain and welcome to episode 41 of Aussie Cluff, our bid to return Nottingham Forest to the top of European football. And since last episode, a little bit of a mixed bag. Remember we had that absolutely smashing win second half performance against West Brom, and after that we went and we played West Ham. This was a good first half performance from us. We were poor in the second half and a draw overall was fair. You can see Callum Mosley gave us a 5th minute lead. 8 minutes to go and West Ham drew level though, so they're a little bit disappointing, but we were terrible in the second half for whatever reason, probably the manager's halftime team talk you would suggest. FA Cup third round, we went and we played Chesterfield. You can see it was comfortable, it was 4-0. We were too good for them despite the changes we made. You can see that it was Kaseja, it was Jordan Sawyer, it was Toth, and it was Curtis Jones that got the goals for us. But in this game we came up against Josh Crampton, of course, one of the channel viewers who we had at Villa, and let's just have a quick look to see how his career has got on. We can see he's on loan. He's still actually an Aston Villa player, which is interesting. He's just sort of been all around the world on loan, pretty much, hasn't he? Playing in the Championship, back to Sky League One, I should say, this season. But that seems to be his level, doesn't it? Championship or League One. So it's a shame we couldn't really get him in at Forest. The first season he went to Ipswich and we couldn't get him in. And it looks as though that's kind of his level now, isn't it? He's just going to be a Championship player, which is not a bad career to have, is it? So there's Josh Crampton. That's how he's getting on. Still only 22, so there is time for him yet. But back to Nottingham Forest, and we played Middlesbrough. You can see we're at home. Now, we should have won this game by 7 or 8 goals. We were that dominant, but Elazaj missed 4 absolute sitters. He wasn't the only one to miss goals, to be honest. But we can see Ortiz got 2. There was an own goal for the third. Bit of poor defending made it a little bit nervous for us. But 3-2, comfortable win, despite what the scoreline says. But Elazaj, we have problems with him, to be honest. Then we played Southampton and we were strangely poor in this game. We could not create anything. You can see Kowalski got a goal. It was an absolute belter. Watch out for that in goals of the month. And that at the time drew us level after we fell behind, but Southampton scored late and you can see these match ratings, we just never got going for whatever reason, which was really disappointing. So this episode we're going to play Manchester City, and we were supposed to play Huddersfield, but the FA Cup 4th round's been bumped in there, so we're going to play Leicester City in the FA Cup 4th round as well. Good opportunity, because we're not really taking the Cups that seriously, to have a look at some of our squad players, which is good, I think. And if we look at the league table, we're dropping off a little bit. We've got 2 games in hand on Chelsea, but you can see Aston Villa in 5th. They're only 4 points behind, again, despite we have a game in hand on them. Sitting in 3rd, which isn't bad, is it? I mean, we were supposed to fight against relegation this season, so we're doing more than that. But we got off to such a good start, and things are just starting to fall away, maybe just ever so slightly. So it's just a team we're sending out to play Manchester City. This is going to be tough. You can see they're sitting above us in the league. It's Vazquez in goal. It's Quanjano, it's Novikov, and it's Cox across the back. It is Scando down the left. It's Milanovic down the right. It's Griffiths and Joyce in midfield. Kowalski, hopefully he can continue his West Brom form, because that was absolutely stunning last episode. It's Ortiz and Callum Mosley. We've got Elazaj on the bench. Just to have a quick look at this. Look at that recent form. 6.32 average rating. He cannot hit a barn door right now, which is really, really troubling, because he's usually such a beast for us. So he's on the bench, and we'll see if maybe we can bring him on to see if he just needs to recapture some form, because we're really missing his goals. So we can see Manchester City 4-2-3-1 formation. Now we may counter that. We will just look to push Novikov in on Dybala, I think. Expected to prove a point. We're the underdogs. Let's go ahead and cause an upset. Let's maybe do that passionately. As I said, we're not that we're not playing well. We're not getting results that we were getting for whatever reason that may be. So this is huge, isn't it? Manchester City second versus third. They do have, we have a game in hand on them, I think. That's a poor touch. Milanovic is there. It's just a shame the way that their form is just inconsistent. The Southampton game was so confusing because we absolutely dominated against Middlesbrough. I cannot stress enough how good we were. And, I mean, Elazaj missed 4 absolute sitters. Like, not sort of half chances. I'm talking one-on-one with the goalkeeper to open goal chances, and he just could not score to save himself. So it looks like we are going to need to just nurse him back to form a little bit here. But Mosley and Ortiz have done really well. We do, of course, have Perez, our other new signing, on the bench. I'm hoping, because remember last season when we got a few in January, and we just took a little while in January to get going. So I'm hoping we're not going to have a repeat of that here. Now, this has been a very boring game in terms of highlights, but as I say that, we have a highlight. Hopefully, this isn't going to be a concession of a goal for us. I think a draw here, just to steady the ship a little bit. I mean, it is away from home, So that's not the worst. It's gone in. It's a goal. Vazquez, could he have done better? Should he have done better? Oh, they've created absolutely nothing the whole game, and then they've gone and scored with their first highlight. Oh, that's frustrating. Not too much on there. We've sent them backwards. It's not even that great of a cross, really. But Wanderley's made a really good run, and Vazquez should be saving that. That's really annoying. So we go 1-0 down. City, they've just about deserved a lead, but not really. It's a very tight game. I can understand why we're looking frustrated. We're not playing well, though. Do I try launching a rocket at halftime? I might try it. We haven't individually been playing well. We haven't created anything. So we'll do that. We'll do an aggressive. I expect to see something much better. This could backfire, of course. Sometimes it can sort of destroy confidence, but I just feel like we haven't literally created nothing. We did not have a highlight that first half. We can make a tactical change at halftime too to try and exploit the flanks. Just see if we can find some width to get down the sides of them. We'll give them some encouragement here. We're looking a little bit frustrated, which isn't great. We might need to look at starting to make some changes here. Here we go. So another highlight for them. It looks like, can we win that? We can. Okay, this might be our highlight after all. Kowalski, what can he do? Decent ball for Ortiz. Ortiz ahead of Mosley. It's not the best pass he's ever played. Can we win that back? It looks as though it's going to be another City highlight. Oh no, come on boys. Can we win that header? We can. Oh, here we go. Maybe not. Ortiz, that's a better pass for Mosley. What can Mosley do? He goes wide for Milanovic. Can he get across in? He can. It's Ortiz! Oh! Was some nice build-up play, and it is 1-1. We're back on level terms. Mosley did really, really well there, didn't he? Just took his time, picked his pass, and Milanovic, the low cross, Ortiz, across the face of his defender, and tucks that in the near post quite nicely. We'll take that, won't we? So there we go. Back on level terms. We'll keep trying to exploit the flanks. That obviously has created something for us, so we'll go with that. I'm looking at Milanovic. He's looking a little tired. We do have Toth on the bench. Now we have something to hold on to. Maybe Toth isn't necessarily the one for us. Kowalski, what can he do from this area? He plays a nice pass for Joyce. Back to Kowalski. Go on, son. Griffiths gets it into the back post. It's there for Callum Mosley. The header cross down for Quijano. And he's missed it. Oh, I thought that was it. Okay. Changes. Let's think here what we can do. Kowalski's looking. We do have a week off and then the FA Cup, so I'm not too concerned about some first choice players here looking tired. I'm thinking. I mean, Kowalski hasn't had his best game. Neither has Toth. Not Toth. Scando. Sorry. What can we do here? I'm thinking Perez for Mosley. And we'll play Perez as an advanced forward. And we'll just see how that goes. Perez is really good dribbler, good finisher. Lacks a little bit off the ball. But yeah, Mosley's looking a little bit tired. And I wouldn't mind having Mosley available for the FA Cup game. Maybe play him and Elazage up top. Although I'm trying to get Perez into the team. Yeah, I don't think he scored a goal for us yet. I could be wrong. Scando's not having. Now Joyce is injured, so we can bring Arosa on for him, and that's okay. I was hoping to rest Arosa for this game, but that's okay. We can deal with that. So into stoppage time here. 6 minutes of it. There's still quite a way to go in this game. Is this going to be a highlight? We're building out from the back. This is nice. Milanovic gets it into Ortiz's feet. Ortiz, he turns, he goes over for Perez, just couldn't quite find him. And are we going to be on the defensive here? Can we win this header? No, no one's anywhere near it. Oh, this is a great pass. No. Oh, good tackle though. Can we get in front of this again? It's still with City. No! Everybody breathe. I thought that was in. We've done so well here. We might maybe look to control the game, to slower the tempo a little bit, retain possession. I don't want to give the impression here that I'm settling for a point, but we're kind of half settling for a point, aren't we? And this looks like it. Guys, if this is indeed a point, which it is, that's a good, solid away point against a top-of-the-table team. Someone else that's challenging for the Champions League with us, and we've gone there and we've got a point. We'll say unlucky. And we've got a point without, strictly speaking, being at our best, I would say. Now, Joe Joyce, 3 to 5 weeks, fractured cheekbone. That's not great, is it? That sounds very painful. So we'll send him to the specialist. Guys, wait right there. We'll be back for the FA Cup in Leicester City. Okay, welcome back for Leicester in the FA Cup. Away from home, and we aren't the favourites, which is a little bit surprising, but we'll see how we go here. This is the team we're sending out. It's all changed. You can see we've been working on teamwork during the week, so hopefully it shouldn't be a problem. Vazquez in goal. Malakase, Kazeja, and Buzanel across the back. Thomas, our young left back, goes down the left. He did really well against Chesterfield, so we're hoping that he can do a similar performance here for us. And of course, Toth goes down the right. Lacey and Bobby Mack. Good to see Bobby Mack back in midfield, isn't it? He is going to start this one. Curtis Jones, along with Elazar, who is in desperate need of a good performance and some goals, as well as Perez, our new signing, up top. Alright, so Leicester going with 4-4-2. Encourage them, give them a morale boost. I think, let's just say we're the underdogs. There's no pressure here. We'll give it some passionate, we have faith. Given that it's not a youngish team, but a team that doesn't usually play for us, that seems to have worked. So let's see if we can get a performance that matches that reaction. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I should apologise too for no episode on Sunday. It was away, got back a little bit late, didn't really want to rush out an episode, so I figured it was better to wait and do it properly for this one. So apologies for that. And also a couple of transfers we've got to clear up as well that have taken place. Liam Mason, we've sold him on to Hearts for $3 million. A little bit sad because he's been with us, of course, since the start. Now, there's a ball in behind us. Can we get back? Ooh, over the bar. But he just wasn't playing anymore. He wanted to be playing football, which is fair enough. So we sold him on to Hearts. Lacey with a corner, I should say, not a free kick in. It's headed away. He should get to that. He does. Buzanel. Twisting, turning, it's fallen for Curtis Jones for Perez! It's his first goal for the club, and that is what we wanted to see from this game, isn't it? We wanted Perez on the score sheet, and we want Elazar on the score sheet as well. Look at Buzanel here, twisting, turning. Is he a centre-back? Is he a winger? Definitely a centre-back, and Perez has put that away beautifully in the top corner. Unsavable. And the other out we've had, Token Aussie, we've sold him on to, I think it was Celtic, about 200,000. His contract was up at the end of the season, and he wanted to play football, which is fair enough. So he wasn't going to re-sign with us, so happy to get a little bit of cash for him anyway. Buzanel's done well to cut that out. Lacey is gone across to Toth. Toth has lumped one forward there for Elazar, but he's got the ball. What can he do here? Elazar for Jones. Jones for Perez. Can he find Young? No, what's his name? Thomas. Young Thomas. Across for Toth, and it's back again for Thomas! Off the bar. Was that a save? It was like watching tennis, just back post, near post, back post, near post, but couldn't quite finish it off. And of course, with Token Aussie gone, we've got a backup here. He's our backup for the rest of the year. On loan from Tottenham, Steve Clayton. You can see, decent enough. He'll do a job if we need him, but hopefully he won't be needed. Hopefully Vazquez will see out the season with us here. Now that's headed clear nicely for Jones. Jones has gone up for Perez. What can he do? He can dribble good old Perez, so not on that occasion though. Now, can we win this? Hold him up. Oh, we've clocked off in defence. Someone there did not get back, and that's 1-1. Push forward. There was a defender here. I didn't see who it is. And he was with his man and he stopped. Now, if you watch the New York City FC save that we have, this guy here just didn't really get back. You would have seen in the last episode we had two defenders just absolutely stop dead and let the attacker walk in unchallenged. Wasn't quite that bad, but that wasn't great. We need to do it all again here. Straight from the kickoff, though, we're a chance. No, maybe we're a chance of conceding. Come on, boys, let's concentrate here. It's a ball down the side. We should get to that. Busanel's there. Back to Vazquez, who clears. Is it going to find the target? Not quite. But Lacey's there for Bobby Mack. Back out to Toth. Oh, we're pinging this around. Look at that triangle. Back to Toth. No, it went for Toth. Couldn't find him. This isn't good. This is poor. This is not good at all. 2-0. I mean, 2-1, but 2 goals in no time whatsoever. Concentrate, boys. Oh, it's just going a little bit wrong, isn't it? That poor pass from Bobby Mack. Look at this. There was no pressure on. And, I mean, go there. It was Toth had made a nice run forward, and we've just been caught out. Who was that? Malacase just couldn't get back. Which is fair enough, because we had possession, relatively easy possession, and suddenly there's been 3 shots in goal in this game, and all 3 have gone in. But look at that. That's infuriating. We'll give them an encourage, I think. This again is this is reminiscent of the Southampton game where we just can't create anything. Oh, and I don't really understand why this is happening. We'll have to maybe look at working on attacking movement, but let's give them maybe a demand more coming into half time. Bobby Mack looks like he hasn't quite recovered. Now halftime team talk. I don't know whether we send a rocket up them or whether we try and encourage here. It's ball in for Perez. Oh, just over. What a handy goal that would have been if we could have snuck in at 2-2 after this. It's kind of a horror show of a first half, isn't it? Really, despite the goal. Mario says just send them back out. I expect a better showing. That's probably fair. We'll just tell a few guys here on bookings to watch their step. And everybody seems fired up, so that's probably a good thing. In terms of changes, we do have Jordan Sawyer on the bench, who's a decent target man for us. If Elazar doesn't lift his game a little bit here, he's looking frustrated, which isn't great. Bobby Mack, we could bring on a Rosa for him. That might be something we need to look at doing sooner rather than later. Corner though, Lacey knocks it in. It's there for Malacase. Oh, across the face of goal. I thought that was in. That was a good chance. Okay, Bobby Mack is just not playing well for us, so we'll take him off. We'll bring Arosa on. We can't spend too much time here fapping about. Another highlight. Can we win this header? Can it be a Forest highlight? Doesn't look like it. Gone over the top again. We do have a slightly higher line. We're getting done in behind a little bit too often here, I think. We might need to look at just dropping that Toth stun while there, though. They do score a high proportion of their goals from crosses, which is why we were looking to push up. Obviously, it's harder to score from crosses if you're crossing from just inside your own half, but they're just knocking it in behind us at this point, so we'll drop that back. Can we launch a counter-attack here? Jones has gone early for Perez. Can Perez get on that? He can. He's done really, really well, taking that defender out of the game. Look at the men pouring forward. If he can find one of them, we've got to score. It's there for Jones. Whoa! Apparently it's Curtis Jones' birthday and he has scored, but look at Perez. He has done absolutely wonderfully there. He's taken 2 defenders out of the game essentially, then he's just got to roll it across the face of goal. Jones is there, can't miss. I would have liked that to fall to Elazar so he could get a goal, but Elazar's recent form he probably would have missed. So this is better, isn't it? Back to 2-2. Now we just need to concentrate from the set piece here. We haven't concentrated. What the hell was that? Oh, for the love of all things that are... time to push forward. That is just poor. Our concentration is horrid. That is just bad defending. Again, look at that. We're conceding and just I can't even talk. I'm this annoyed. Okay. So what can we do here? What I'm thinking, Elazar, we've got him on his attack. Let's maybe just play him as a support target man. Just see if get him involved in the link up a little bit more if that has any sort of impact. Let's give them some encouragement. Elazar is looking furious. That's fantastic. Lacey's not looking as though he's particularly interested either. Can we win that? No, Toth is there. He's done well. He's blocked it. It's fallen Forest for Curtis Jones. What can he do? He's got a decent ball. If Perez can get onto that, that's a cracker. All right, what can Perez do? Again, we've got men getting forward in the box. Can Perez produce a cross here? He can. It's there for Elazar! That is some cracking football. Look at that ball across for Perez. That's an absolute screamer. Perez, I thought he was going to run out of play, but he's curled his foot around it, dinked it up, and Elazar has finally found the back of the net. Goalkeeping questionable, but that is not our concern. Alright, game on again. We've actually, done okay here, haven't we? We've looked okay with the ball. It's the defending that's let us down this time, which is unlike us, though it is very much our sort of second choice back three there, so maybe that has something to do with it. Are we going to a replay? It's looking increasingly likely, or is it? Can we get something here? Thomas throws it in for Perez. Perez has been absolutely wonderful this game. He's shown Elazar goal! With time running out, Elazar has picked the absolute best time possible to re-find his scoring boots. 2 goals in the last minutes of the game. Oh, that's good stuff, isn't it? What an exciting finish. The front three have done really, really well for us. We probably should have gone off attacking after that. I've got too excited and forgotten to make tactical changes, but that's okay. It is 4-3 to Nottingham Forest. And the FA Cup run continues. What do we say? What do you say about that? That was special, lads. No one gave us a chance. What a comeback. That's got to be the talk, doesn't it? And Perez here, a star is born. And there it is. It was a thrilling encounter. Nottingham Forest beat Leicester. That was good stuff. We win the 4th round. We don't know who we get in the 5th round just yet. That's for next episode. As is the return of the Champions League. What an episode that's going to be. We're going to have an FA Cup tie, and then we're going to have the first round of our knockout round Champions League tie with Atletico Madrid. That's going to be Thursday. That's not going to be one to miss. If you're new, make sure you are subscribing. Welcome, of course, and make sure you're subscribing for that. And if you have enjoyed that episode, a hard-fought, good away draw to Manchester City, and then an absolutely thrilling FA Cup tie against Leicester. That's one of the best games we've had on the channel, I think. That was insane. So make sure you're leaving a thumbs up for that. But until Thursday and the return of the Champions League, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching, and here are some of our best goals from January. Take care.